The Silent Hill 2 remake continues to get more drama, and with it, more updates. This time pertaining to its current state of development, and what developer Bloober Games has stated surrounding all the drama and controversy of the recent Silent Hill 2 combat trailer. For one of the most beloved titles in all of gaming, Silent Hill 2 has been firmly etched into the minds of all those who have played it since its launch back in 2001. And the upcoming remake of the game, while having generated much excitement and anticipation, has left many fans undoubtedly worried. Officially announced in October 2022, and with an accompanying announcement trailer, we haven't seen or heard much of the game until a few weeks ago when the Silent Hill 2 remake combat trailer appeared from within the fog. It comes from this very trailer where fans' worries and concerns were once again intensified as criticism so far as the game's animations, gun feedback, sound design, and overall approach to combat further propelled uncertainty and unease going into the remake of one of the most beloved survival horror games ever made. Now, I want to know from you all what your thoughts on this trailer are, and for those who have never played Silent Hill 2 before and are interested in playing it first in this remake, what are your thoughts of what you've seen of the game so far? Earlier this week, developer Bloober Games addressed the many criticisms that surfaced after the combat trailer debuted, claiming that the trailer in no way reflects the spirit of the game. Let's get into that, as these words come from the mouth of Bloober Team president Piotr Babieno during his interview with the Polish YouTube channel displayed here. I can't show the clip of what the president of Bloober Team said here, as the video was interestingly removed, but we do have the full context of why this comment was stated in the first place. In the video interview, the president of Bloober Team stated that Konami is entirely responsible for the marketing of the game, including the clips shown in the trailer, and that the trailer does not accurately convey the spirit of the game. Here is what he stated when translated to English, courtesy of Eurogamer Poland. We, Bloober Team, are not responsible for the marketing. Our partner, Konami, is entirely responsible for this. This is neither the spirit of what once was, nor the spirit of what we are creating now. Further into the interview, Babieno further expressed confidence that when fans get to see real gameplay from the game, that they would have a different opinion. He concludes by stating that even he was not impressed with what was showcased in the trailer, exclaiming that it, quote, does not reflect the spirit of the game, end quote. The spirit or essence of the game is really something that we have all been grappling with, as a game like this, a remake of such a beloved title, is sure not to make everyone happy. Change too little and the gameplay of the original may not resonate strongly with an audience who would have hoped to experience the game with a fresh new player perspective, control scheme, and combat system. But change too much and the remake could isolate some fans of the original, as the, to mark the words of Babieno, spirit of the game would be altered too much. It is a fine line to walk, one that many game studios who have remade well-loved games from years past have walked, as games like the Shadow of the Colossus remake expertly recreated the magic of the PS2 original, by largely preserving the original's gameplay while reworking the controls a bit and dramatically overhauling the graphics. On the other hand, the equally celebrated Resident Evil 2 remake dramatically overhauled the graphics, controls, player perspective, and more over the original. And while that game has been universally celebrated for its modernization, it also has its share of critics. We find ourselves in a similar spot here with the Silent Hill 2 remake, as the original PS2 release sports gameplay that many audiences looking into playing Silent Hill 2 for the first time find dated and unappealing. Now, as a fan of the original Silent Hill 2, I am coming from the camp that doesn't exactly want to simply go through the same game again mechanically with just a graphical overhaul and some adjustments to the controls, but rather something a bit more dramatic, while also staying faithful to the original story and themes conveyed from the PS2 game. By dramatic, I almost entirely mean better graphics, which of course we are getting since the game is utilizing Unreal Engine 5, but more importantly, different combat mechanics. I loved Resident Evil 2 Remake's conversion of the fixed camera angles to the remake's fully operational 3D camera featuring over-the-shoulder combat, and while that is precisely what we are getting here in the Silent Hill 2 Remake, it needs to be stated that the gameplay showcased in the trailer highlights concerns of what many fans of Silent Hill 2 have, an overemphasis on combat. Well, the game's trailer is called Combat Reveal Trailer, so I'm not exactly concerned that this game will feature a dramatically increased enemy count or over-reliance on action. But overall, I think it's just the direction this trailer went in that's the issue. None of the gameplay shown here in this new trailer showcased how the enemies are encountered. As with the original Silent Hill 2, enemies would be gradually introduced to the player through exploration of the game's environments, rather than what was shown in the recent gameplay trailer, which showcases often swarms of enemies aggressively attacking James Sunderland. Not showing the organic nature in which enemies are encountered in Silent Hill 2 was definitely a blunder, as the original is certainly not a gun-focused, melee-heavy, and quick-time-heavy game. Nor was it an action horror title, of which it certainly looks like shown here from the trailer. And while those first two elements, namely the use of firearms and melee weapons, are a component of the original, there are just so many more aspects of what makes Silent Hill 2 the masterpiece that it is, and this trailer does not accurately convey what Silent Hill 2 is in any accurate sense. Couple that with some abrupt animations and underwhelming sound effects, and I understand where players are coming from, and apparently Bloober Team echoes these sentiments as well. We will just have to see how the gameplay of this remake turns out to be, as Konami, much to the frustration of Bloober Team, has full reins over what aspects of the game are shown and when. With that said, what are your thoughts on the gameplay reveal for Silent Hill 2 Remake? Are you skeptical of the quality we may get come final release? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Because Konami has the complete reins of the Silent Hill 2 remake and its marketing, it is important to note that even though the developers at Bloober Team would like to address when their game may hit store shelves, that Konami is ultimately the one that will be announcing these kinds of things. Of what we do know, thanks to a recent interview from Famitsu with Konami producer Motoi Okamoto, we do have an update as to how far along the game's development is in. And from the following quote from Okamoto, it looks like the game is in the final stretch. "We are at the final stage of development," says Okamoto. "Unfortunately, there is little I can tell you at this point. As a game, you can imagine Silent Hill 2 is the same as everyone imagines, and is easy to play in modern times, and can be enjoyed with beautiful visuals that look like a direct form of memory correction." This description of the game from Okamoto backs up what was previously stated from Bloober Team, as the developers previously stated that the game was playing it safe while remaking the game. "We remain faithful to the original title. Nonetheless, we are applying adjustments to certain areas where things need modernization due to the passage of time." While we don't yet have any updates on the specific timeframes for when the game may release, we do know that Sony has listed Silent Hill 2 Remake as being released sometime in 2024, with previous leakers hinting at a mid to late spring 2024 release, as I discussed all of that and additional gameplay information in this video here on your screen. Definitely be sure to check that out and let me know if you are interested in trying Silent Hill 2 Remake. And I look forward to seeing you all real soon in the next one.